Welcome to FoodLyfe. Guys, welcome to episode 2 of FoodLyfe. Calling it right now, setting the table. As you just heard right there, that is my intro. It's a plate spinning, and then I say FoodLyfe. So for now, as it is with a startup, I'm learning how to do a lot of the things that I don't know how to do, and one of those is kind of do a nice jingle intro, how to edit videos, and all those additional cool techniques. So right now we are doing it the old natural way, and I'm gonna make the sounds up. So again, welcome, episode 2. Again, this is your host, Andy Stefani. I'm the founder of FoodLyfe. And really, the aim of this YouTube series is to just shed light on what it is like to start a company, and really how you get going, a lot of the everyday struggles. Last week, we kind of talked about a little bit of the overall vision. I still am not going to get too much into the detail of what FoodLyfe is doing. We are in development, and really, I don't feel like it's necessary to dive too much in those details right now. And truthfully, I think the most important issues are just around a startup. What are we dealing with? And it can be the same for whether you're a tech company, whether you're a manufacturing company, if you're making a product, a service, whatnot. I wanted to touch on some of the main struggles and obstacles that we encounter. So on today's episode, I wanted to talk about people, and more specifically, getting people to come on, whether as co-founders, as some of those initial employees, and then scaling up and then sustaining employees as well. So at a startup, it's an awesome experience right now. I mean, I have my vision. I'm starting to really make great improvements on developing the app, on social media, marketing, and all these different channels. But people are still the most critical piece of it. I have my vision, and now I've sold myself on it. But now I need to try to get other people to come on and see my vision and help fulfill that vision. So the best way to find people, especially as a startup, are your friends, people in your immediate network that they already know you, and then can kind of expand on that. However, I am in the case where I am more on the business side, but my technical expertise, especially around software development, are a little bit lacking. So I am in the midst of finding more people with those sort of expertise. Now, if you don't have somebody in your immediate circle, and once you really start scaling up, you'll have to go outside. How do you go outside? Really, what are my thoughts? How am I thinking? How am I really trying to expand the amount of employees here and have people come on? Well, there's a couple different ways, and a big thing that I'm gonna continually talk about is being clever. So in a company, you need a lot of luck, but you need a lot of creative ideas, clever ideas, to whether to get your vision out there, to get people to try your product, to have people come on. Like, really, you need to think creatively. So just to talk about a couple of the ways that I've been trying to find people is last year, obviously, and we are still within the midst of the pandemic, as it is not even May 2021 yet, but when I'm filming this. But because we're in the midst of a pandemic, a lot of college kids, students were losing their internships. So I posted out there that you could come on and work for FoodLyfe on the Nextdoor app. You could come work for FoodLyfe and potentially get an equity stake in the company. Now, I had 2 awesome guys working for me. Now, unfortunately, they have since moved on, and they didn't want to stay with the company really to see it through. No, that's no problem. Everybody has their own kind of goals and would like to see the path that their life takes. But that was one clever idea that I had, I guess you could say, is reach out to people, because I know that students were losing their internships. So I thought it would be a great way to find motivated people that will want to come on for a startup. And it worked for a short amount of time, but they have since left. So that's just one example that when you start a company, you really are tasked with everything, even if it's outside your expertise. You need to go figure it out. So I'll kind of close with, when recruiting people are essentially the most important thing. I would recommend reading a book, Good to Great by Jim Collins, and he talks about getting the right people on the bus. So right now I am in the midst of reaching out to different college professors to see if they have any recent graduates that might want to come on to FoodLyfe and of course have an equity stake in the company, especially as we are so young. But even unless you have money, it's very difficult to have people come on and they need to see why they want to work for you. So finding the right people is critical. Even at the beginning, when I could find some other people and people were reaching out on Nextdoor about, I'd like to kind of see what FoodLyfe is about and potentially start in this because my internship did fall apart. For those people, I did get different applicants and they just weren't the right fit. And even though I was really looking for somebody at the time, you don't want to settle. You want to find the right people, because truly it's like any other relationship. You're really with them day in and day out. So find the right people, think of clever ways to find people, and really people, HR, it's going to be the most important part of FoodLyfe. And I see that HR is just going to continually be more and more important as really we move forward. I mean, if you can look at even Facebook, their HR is so critical. Netflix, that's how they started. I'm blanking on the Netflix CEO's name, Reed Hastings, but he brought on and had a stellar head of HR that really helped launch the company. So finding the right people to get on board is critical, and I'm in those stages right now trying to figure out different ways to get in front of people. Obviously your immediate network is best, but then you're gonna have to start thinking of ways to get in front of people, and that even may resort to where I've gone to the colleges and tried to talk with people, introduce myself. You're gonna have the door closed on your face so many times that at the point you just got to develop thick skin and just continually put yourself out there every single day, and once you kind of start slowly getting momentum, it'll start to speed up that flywheel and you'll start rolling along. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode today. I know I feel like I'm just rambling a little bit, but hopefully you got a little nugget that you can use, or if you have any questions, you can leave it below in the comments, and I look forward to talking with you all next week. All right. Thank you. Again, this is episode 2 of FoodLyfe, Setting the Table. Have a great one.